person. Who might you be? Come on in. I just got to run a couple things. Well, really one thing by everybody. Oh, my one person left me. Hi, one person. Who are you? Come on in. If you could hit the thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. I'm going to wait till there's more people in here before I talk about what I want to talk about. Hi, two people. Who's here? Come on in. I won't much. Come on in. It might be too early for some people on the West Coast. They're getting stuff done. People on the East Coast, it should be okay. I didn't get anything done yet. I sat down and watched a movie. Actually, it was a pretty good movie. Hi, three people. Who are you? Come on, let me know who you are. It's okay. It's okay. I promise. Lay down. Lay down. Hey, two people. If it's too early, I'll go out and come back in later, but I'm going to wait a few more minutes to see if anyone else comes in. Oh, we got winds blowing again. Dang it. Oh, why it's so windy today. Hi, two people. I wanted to spray paints a couple today, but it's so windy. Hi, three people. Nobody wants to come in and let me know who's here. Hi, Gigi. How you doing? What are you up to? Hi, four people. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. Can you hit the thumbs up for me, four people? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs all around. Gigi, what's new in your world? These ducks are in my lap. And I'm telling you, for being short hair chihuahuas, they shed like crazy. You're scrubbing walls and tending to ducklings. How cute. Hi, seven people. Come on in. Don't be shy. Say hi. And if you wouldn't mind, hit that thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. It helps the old algorithm. Hi, 10 people. Come on in. We got to discuss something. Something's not making sense here, kid. Something's not making sense. How am I today? I'm doing pretty good, Gigi. I have things I should be doing, but I wanted to get on with the peeps and ask their opinion on something that's just not making sense to me. Hi, Carla. How are you? You know who's in my lap. That's why you're here. And 5 people left. So I have a feeling I know who it might be. Carla, what are you up to today? In the very, very month of May. Be careful, you're going to fall. Actually, I think that Casey her one parent was long hair, the other was short hair. She does show signs of long hairs in certain parts of her body compared to my others. You're doing good? I'm glad. We got some heavy winds going on here today, and I always get nervous when those winds start picking up. Hi, people. Come on in. Let me know. You're looking for new bedding and lamps? Cool. I love that. If you hear the noise, it's them. Every time they get in my lap, then they want to wrestle. And that's what you're hearing. The wrestling. What kind of bedding are you looking for, Carla? Floral, plain, beige, color? What kind of lamps? Hi, 6 people. If you could, I'd appreciate you hitting the likes. Oh, don't shake like that. Oh, my Lord, there's a lot of hair. Good grief. Can you hear the swing? See, they're in my lap. See? You guys, could you get on the floor and do that? Hi, 7 people. Come on in. Maybe some people are just shy and they don't like to come in. Or the other could be they just want to troll. Anyway, all right, I'm going to discuss this with you on here, and if you're on a replay, you can leave your comment in the comment section below. Okay. Are you thinking about blue accent? Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, did you guys hear about Gene Hackman dying? Did you guys hear about that? Yeah, that does sound pretty, doesn't it, Gigi? Okay. I read this like at midnight this morning, okay? And they said, this is the part that I do not get and not buying it. They said that there was no evidence of foul play. Okay, all right. He was found dead, along with his wife, found dead, and their dog. Now, if it was just him, I might buy it, because he was 95 years old, okay? But his wife was 64. And his dog was found dead. Now you're telling me that it was no foul play, natural causes? All of them died, even the dog? Come on. Come on. Really? No foul play. So if there's no foul play, then are they saying that just natural causes? It's not making sense. You walk into a house and everyone in that home is dead, but there was no foul play. Now, could it have been murder and unaliving yourself and taking the animal because you didn't want them not to be taken care of? You were afraid no one would take care of your animals. So if you were going to do one in, do yourself in and take your animal. To me, that's more plausible than just no foul play. Do they know for sure it was carbon monoxide, Carla? Because earlier they said that they were investigating it, but there were no signs of foul play. Now, if it was carbon monoxide, that would make sense, and maybe it was faulty something in the house that caused it. Or was it something more sinister than that? Hi, Margie. How are you? No, I'm not. I'm not talking about a movie. I'm talking real life. Talking about real life with Gene Hackman, the actor, because he was found dead in his house yesterday, along with his wife and his dog. Now, like Carla was saying, if carbon monoxide, yeah, of course, then you could be sleeping and you could die in your sleep. I get that. And maybe it's how that they were laying, or if there was no evidence of any like gunshot or anything of that nature. But that doesn't necessarily mean maybe pills weren't taken. You know what I mean? But when they come out and say the whole family that lived in that house is dead, you know, and no foul play, you're going, wait a minute, wait. Because like I said, his wife was not old. She was 64 years old. They were mummified? They had been in there for a while, Carla? Oh, there were pills there? Okay, something isn't making sense. And if one person did away with all of three of them, isn't that foul play? Because the odds of all three of them dying, just dying, no foul play, just dying, doesn't that seem a bit odd? That's what I'm saying. Gigi, the dog also? The dog also? Come on. It just, when they said, I almost wish that they would have said, you know, they were found murdered and police are investigating. But they wanted to really stress the point that there's no evidence of foul play. Well, that's the part that just got me. Okay, no evidence of foul play, but all were deceased, including an animal. It's not making sense. Hi, Peggy. Yeah, if there was no foul play and they see nothing, then the only thing I can possibly think of, you know, if they don't find pills in the body or anything like that, it had to be that. It had to kill all of them. Because I thought, well, okay, let's think about it. Maybe his wife was just maybe he was sick. We don't know. Maybe he was sick, or he's 95. But then again, my father-in-law lived until he was 100, and he still had his faculties about him. But let's just say that, you know, he was 95 and his health was deteriorating, and maybe she loved him dearly and couldn't stand the thought of living without him. And like I said, no one to watch their pet dearly. I'm giving a scenario here. And they love their pet. Oh, their hair's getting in my mouth. And she just couldn't stand the thought of it. Could she have done something if it was carbon monoxide? But again, or was there something faulty in the house? If there was something faulty in the house, yes, then it would be no foul play. But if it wasn't, and that's the way she chose to go, I'm acting like she did it. I mean, now this is all hypothetical and in my opinion, but that's the only way I could see no foul play. But if she had anything to do with it, because I don't think it was him, but you never know. We know it's not the dog. Then that would be foul play, right? Well, yeah, now that could be a movie, Margie. And if it isn't, who knows as time goes on? Because like I said, they did say that the police were investigating. To me, it would have made more sense to say actor Gene Hackman, his wife, and dog were found deceased in their home. The police are investigating, period, instead of there's no evidence of foul play. Right away, I'm thinking, wait a minute. So when I heard that, I thought, immediately I thought, I have got to go on a live and I've got to get some opinions, because am I the only one that thinks, wait a minute, something seems stupid about this. Something isn't right. Yeah, maybe that too, Carla, about neighbors. And they were in New Mexico, correct? If I remember correctly. I believe they lived in New Mexico. And I don't remember, did he have kids? I never knew too much about. I mean, I know he was a good actor, and I've liked some of the films he's been in, but I didn't follow him in any way, so I don't know if he has children or not. He had 3 children. Have they made any comment, Peggy? Because I haven't seen anything from them. I think he was what I've heard, he was a very nice person. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, had it just been him, well, yeah, okay, I get it, 95, and very possibly maybe natural causes, maybe his heart just stopped. But you put his wife and dog into the equation, and then I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. Yeah, he was a very good actor, I agree. Yeah, it just, when I heard those two, I thought, okay. And even if she had died, but the dog too, that's where I thought, I don't know. Probably not, Margie. Do we ever know the whole truth? We never do we? We never do. Always half-truths. I don't know, but I just had to come on and bring that up. And like I said, if you watch the replay, if you want to leave your comment below, please, because, I don't know how long. Okay, so obviously it wasn't anything noticeable, such as, stabbings or other things, you know what I mean? Nothing was evident in that way. So the only other thing I can think of is pills something drank, that they drank something.
Or, like Carla said,
a carbon monoxide, because that you can't smell or anything.
but no
Foul play. I don't know.
Well, and that's the only
Thing I can think of too, Peggy, is that's the only thing I can think of where all of them were gone. And if that's the case, how horrific. How horrific. Because if that's the case, and if it was something faulty in the heating or whatever to cause the carbon monoxide poisoning, then it was 3 deaths that should have never happened
at all.
And that will be I mean, it's sad no matter what, but I mean, that will be terrible.
And do you know if the kids
were from? Hi, Sandy Law. How are you? What's new in your world? We're just talking about Gene Hackman and trying to figure out what this death, saying it's no foul play, but yet his dog, wife, and him were found deceased in their home.
I think Carla
might be onto something there.
It's the only thing that makes any
sense. If it was unintentional. Hi, Tobert.
A couple
weeks? Oh my gosh. No, okay. So probably if they lived in any close range of people, they started smelling them. See what Tobert said? Just heard their bodies were there for a couple weeks. He had lived a recluse life in his later years. No, we don't know that yet, Tobert. We don't know who discovered them.
Yes, I'm doing
okay, Sandy. Although we're heading on to you know what, March, which I wish I could just go past this whole month. I wish I could just delete March and I'd be happy. Get rid of March, go from February to April, and then, you know, I'd be okay.
But you know what? She
sent me something again. I'm cleaning up my craft room and I was going through some papers, and this paper dropped out of a little envelope, another one.
And she had written to me.
And I find it strange because these things are happening when I think about her, you know, lately. Oh, and do you know another thing that happened? I was going to tell, as a matter of fact, I was going to go on a live and tell you guys last week, and I forgot. But anyway, has this ever happened to any of you? This is weird. Okay. I have an Echo Dot, you know, those little Echo Dots that you, Alexa, you know, and you can use to listen to music or podcasts or whatever. So in my mind, now I'm by myself, I'm cleaning house, and in my mind, I'm thinking about certain songs that I want Alexa to play, you know, because you'll say, Alexa, play da 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 da.
Every song that
I was thinking, now I'm telling you that I was thinking. I don't mean that I verbally put out there, okay? That I was thinking, because I was thinking of some oldies that I wanted to listen, that I wanted her to play.
So, you know, it played a couple
songs, you know, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to tell her to play this. Do you know that Echo Dot played the songs that I was thinking in my head? And I thought, uh-oh, This is freaky. I mean, this is freakazoid. Has that happened to you guys? If you have an echo, I didn't say, I was by myself. I never uttered a word out loud about the songs that I wanted to have her play, but she played the ones I was thinking of in my head. You have, Carla? You've had that happen?
That freaked
Me out. I thought, wait a minute. And I wasn't even in the same room as the Echo Dot. The Echo Dot was in my living room, and I was in the kitchen. That blew my mind. Now, if it was only one or two, I might think it's a coinky dink. Every song I was thinking of, it played.
Yes, and things I'll
Be thinking of will pop up on oh my gosh, that is freaky.
You guys, I'm not kidding.
When it happened, I thought, oh my gosh, I got to get on. I got to tell them this. This is weird. Then I got caught up in what I was doing, and I didn't. But that freaked me out. I thought, how the heck does this thing know with me out without even verbalizing what I was thinking? And some of these songs were not, common, because I was looking at songs the night before, on my phone. Randomly, and I mean, there was a whole list of different songs. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, you know what? I want to play that. I want to play that. I want to play that. And so the next day when I was thinking about that, sure as heck, that Echo started playing them. Now, I could understand maybe if you verbally were saying something, that would make more sense to me. But when you're only thinking about it. That's weird.
That's bizarre. So, Carla, that's
Happened to you. Well, there's Ren 1010.
Isn't that wild, Carla?
I know, that is bizarre. That is bizarre.
That is weird.
Anyway. So I was random today, wasn't I, coming on doing that? But I just had to. When things like this happen, I think, you know what? Right away, my mind thinks, oh, I got to go live. Oh, and you guys, I was listening to our thoughts, Carla. Kind of weird. I was at Jeremy's this past weekend. I'm going to be at Jason's this weekend. Well, Sunday we're going to watch the Oscars, because I always used to have a big Oscar party, and then he had a couple Oscar parties. And then Monday, and this has been our tradition now for like 17 years. And then after the Oscars, because the Oscars are always on a Sunday, then that Monday we always go watch one of the movies that were nominated for an Oscar, right? So we're going to do that Monday, but Sunday I'll be going to his house to watch the Oscars. But anyway, I was at Jeremy's this past weekend, and Wendy and I are going to start a podcast. But we got to look, I got to study it a little bit and see what all it entails. And we'll do things when we're together, but also via when she's at her house and I'm at mine. But I just got to see how we sync that up. And we have to get our headphones and our microphones and stuff. And then we're going to have people on also when we're together, or not necessarily together, but that will come on when we're discussing certain topics. But it's just going to be different things. And so Wendy's been looking up different things to call the podcast. What do you guys think of that? It'll be fun to bounce off each other.
Yeah, don't you think that'll be
fun? And then we'll bring people on, like Jeremy, and, when we talk about food or whatever. It's just going to be random stuff, you know what I mean? Crafts, everyday life, food.
just,
Life in general.
she'll talk about when she first
Met the family.
I think it'll be fun. So what are you guys going to do
Today, and what are you making for dinner? I made macaroni salad last night, and I have a steak I'm going to fix, and I have some corn. I have to do my grocery shopping. I have to do my grocery shopping tomorrow.
What are you working on today,
Sandy?
You doing something exciting? Lisa, you're pushing her out.
Oh my gosh. All this hair. I'm going to have to get a lint brush and. You're having hamburgers? Oh, I love hamburgers.
What are you making, Peggy?
What are you making, Sandy? Margie, what are you making?
Anyone that watches this,
comment what you're making. I always like to get ideas.
I get ideas. Today I think I'll turn on music.
Sometimes I do, because I have to paint. I have to get a couple videos done. Sometimes I watch or listen to a movie. Other times I listen to music. It just depends on what mood I'm in. Roast of pork, mushrooms, and oh man, that sounds good, Tobert. Mushrooms and crock pot mash and gravy. I love that.
You know what? I think I'm going to
Get a chuck roast when I do my grocery shopping. I'll get a couple pounds of hamburger just to have it.
stuff for spaghetti. I shop for 2 weeks.
When I shop. Because I do not like going to the store every day. Jeremy goes to the store every day. You'd think he lived in Europe. Every single day. I don't like to do that. I don't like to have to get ready, go to the store, all that. I just like to get it, have it here for when I need it.
But he does. He goes
All the time. All the time. 5 people in here now, 5 thumbs up. Thank you.
So we know the other 5
We're probably trolls. I always expect it. Whatever.
I was gonna
vacuum with my shop vac the backyard because from those fires that we had, not LA, but here in Orange County, do you know every time we have a high wind, more of that soot comes off the mountain and comes in and it lands all over the cement? What a mess. And then when we had the rains, it just muddied up the soot. And then you drag it in. So I wanted today to get out there with the shop vac, but the winds are heavy again, so I'm not going to because now more of that soot's going to be here.
Anyway, all right.
I'm gonna go. I just had to. I had to get on here and get some feedback because it was bugging the heck out of me when they said that about him. Now I'm very curious.
And it's been a couple weeks.
Weeks. Oh, what a mess that must have been to come into. 2 weeks being like that. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, now I need to.
Oh, the pollen. Oh. So the pollen, that just lays everywhere too, right, Carla? When you have that, just gets everywhere. Did I tell you my house? My house, not my house. My son's house sold. Everything's a go. And they'll be moving as soon as school's out. They want the kids to finish out their year here in school. And then they'll be in Tennessee.
Yep. They'll be in Tennessee. It's going to be so weird for me.
Because all my kids have always lived relatively close to me.
Just the thought of him not
Being in the same state.
But I'll go back and see him. All right, guys, I'm going to
go and be looking for a video in the next few days. And I'll go live again, especially once I hear for sure what happened with Gene Hackman and his wife and his little dog. Just makes me sick. Makes me sick.
Yeah, it's going to be very
hard, Carla.
All right, guys.
Thank you so much for coming in and talking with me. Love you all. Remember, the world's a better place because you're in it. Don't ever forget that there's only one you, and you bring something to this world nobody else can.
Love you guys. Have a good day.